Hello, artists. We're going to work on level 2 of our value, shading, and form. Okay, and we're going to do some work with 2D shapes. And for level 2, we need 5 value steps plus white of the paper. So I'm going to divide. I did the circle first in my other unit, or my level 1. So I'll do it first this time. And I'm going to kind of follow the roundness of the sphere, or the circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 6 because it's 5 plus white. And like I have been doing, I'm going to put my darkest dark over here. And since this is a small space, I'm going to just use the tip of my pencil like normal to fill it in. And this is different than, this is an ebony pencil. It's a little darker than a normal pencil. This is like about a 6B. A normal pencil that I was using last time is like a 2B. Be careful about pressing really hard because it will tear the paper. Okay, so I've got my darkest dark that I can do, and now I'm going to do my next section. And I don't want to go much darker than my next section. Now, one thing I did that I need to work on fixing for myself is I drew kind of dark with the lines. So they're going to show up more and more. It doesn't show up between those two, but it's starting to show up between these two. And I want to be very careful about that, because we don't want the lines to show really. So the next things I do for you, for this project, I'm going to be very careful about that. Don't forget, layering going a different direction can help make your values a little bit darker. Because I was starting to get, those two were starting to get too close together compared to that one. So, and here's my lightest light, and I'm going to leave this one white. Now those two are very similar, so I'm going to go crosswise, and I'm going to make this one a little bit darker. That's looking better. All right, so there's my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values plus white. Now I'm going to do this one. I'm just going to go straight up and down. I don't want that much white. That's another good thing about doing drawing your lines very lightly. You can use an eraser and easily change it. So if you still can find your white eraser like this, it is a wonderful eraser. It erases very, very well, which is why I picked it for your kits for at home. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's better. Okay, starting. Now say this way, if I want to make this side the darkest, I'm going to turn my paper over so I'm not dragging my hand through my dark darks. And it'll get all over me, and it'll mess up my other values. I'm going to go different directions because that helps the layering get darker. And I'm going to be careful how hard I press. My paper's starting to get thin. You can tell when it starts to really get wrinkly. So I gotta stop. If you rip your paper accidentally, don't worry about it. Just keep going. You go on to the next thing. Okay, this should be my middle darkness value because it's the third one over out of 5. And sometimes you got to go back and darken the one before, and that's okay. It does not need to be perfect the first time. Make these different values, light value scales like this across a shape. It can start to have form. Like this one looks like light is coming at it from this side, and light is coming from this side. And I will show you a way to make it even more, look even more like form. Okay, so this one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 steps plus white. So I'm going to do the same thing, but this one, I would fill it in the same way. You've seen me do those too, so I'm not going to finish that one. I want to show you another, I'm not going to make this nearly as tall, but you are not stuck just doing gradations one direction. You can also, it's like if that one, I want that to be the white of the paper. That'll be the lightest light, medium light, medium, dark, and dark. Lightest light, medium, dark, and dark, dark. So I'm going to do the same, and that'll be white. Lightest light, medium light, medium, dark, and dark, dark. So, and this is really going to start to make it look three-dimensional. And this and other versions of this technique are highly encouraged for your final piece. So I definitely want you to try this, and you're going to try this. This time I'm going to do this end too. So I'm going to be careful not to lay my hand in it. Medium dark. And you could start with the light on the outside and the dark in the middle. I drew my lines kind of dark again. White, I'm going to skip that one. Lightest light value. Medium light. Since I got to layer this one up, I'm going to do several layers. I'm going to go several directions. It really does make a difference. So that one starts far away, comes closer, and goes far away again. So try at least one shape that goes through in dark to light one direction, and then try at least one shape that goes dark to light to dark, or light to dark to light, and practice those as many times as you need to feel comfortable. So And oh, to turn it in, don't forget your name and period. Photograph it from straight up and down like we've done, you know, like we did for the first one, and upload it to level 2 part 2 in the module. Talk to you later. Bye.